I love it when career professionals get the next opportunity for them, the next project, the next job, the next role, whatever you want to call it. This will take you to the next stepping stone that will lead to career growth and personal satisfaction. Well, I've done this for dozens of people over the last 12 months, where the average pay bump for those experiences has been 40%. How would 40% be to you? So then the next question becomes, how do you accomplish this? Well, stick around, watch this video, and I'll tell you exactly how. Welcome back, everybody. I'm excited to jump in today. Just me today. I will be here to train you, to coach you, to talk you through some examples of how you might be thinking about moving into your next opportunity. So this is for those people who are currently dissatisfied with where they find themselves. You're underutilized. You are unappreciated. You're undervalued, and you might not be getting the reward or the recognition that you feel you deserve. And you know you deserve because you are a unique talent. You've got a unique set of gifts. That is for this person. Now, you may also be somebody who's been on the benches for a while. You're in the bleachers. You're watching what's going on in the global workforce right now. And you're trying to get to grips with, how am I going to get back in the game? And some of the times when we are focused on being on the sidelines and we're not focused on being in the arena in the right way, we get a little bit stewed up in our head. You ever feel that? Get stewed up and get a little bit, when am I going to get my next opportunity? When am I going to get the right conversation that's going to lead me to something? I know I can do a good job. Yeah, and I think you can too. So stick around. I'm going to go through 5 R's here. 5 words beginning with the letter R that are going to help you think about what mindset you need to be in, what frame of reference you need to be thinking about as you're going into conversations, going about your days. It's really important you take these to heart. And these are from my own learnings. And I've worked with hundreds and hundreds of business professionals now, where I can tell you how they're feeling, but how I would recommend that they start to feel before they get the breakthroughs. And those breakthroughs come when these 5 things are present. So hang around. I'll go fast as I can and just kind of talk you through. But yeah, I know exactly how you're feeling. I've been on the sidelines 3 times for lengthy periods before, and I didn't know whether I was going to get back into the market at the right level, in the right opportunity. And sometimes I didn't. In fact, I went back to work once for a very, very small amount of pay, but the opportunity that role afforded me it turned out to be something great, and the magnitude of what I could create in there. So do think about opportunity and possibility for you as you go through it. Now, if you're in a role and you're in this maddening place right now where you just want to get out because the people you work for, they don't see your value. The people you work for take your successes and label it as their own. The people you work for overwhelm you with an unnecessary amount of workload, and they haven't set you up for success. So it's very difficult for you to get to the end of the year in your annual performance appraisal and talk about a promotion or a pay raise, because the goalposts are moving all the time for you. And so you're never quite clear where you stand. So if that's you, these 5 things are going to be vital for you too. So let's start with the first one. The first one is definitely about, how can you be more respectful? Yeah, sometimes when things aren't going our well, we don't realize how we're doing it. I've seen this in social media posts on all platforms, where griping is actually how they're showing up in the marketplace. I see HR professionals do this. I see people who should be the window of the world to a company griping in LinkedIn or Facebook or YouTube and actually airing their gripes. Now, it may be a place to have an opinion, but if you're looking to get back into the marketplace, I do think having humility, being well-mannered, and just conducting yourself with politeness goes a long, long way. And if you're the person slamming the industry, or slamming people who won't speak to you, or slamming the HR hiring process, or slamming that everybody's got this search going on for perfect candidates, there's not a lot of humble approach to that. That's not very polite. And you got to, I believe this, and I hope you do too. Everybody is doing the best with what they have. So if they need education or they need help, then maybe lean in and start to solve some of the problems they've got, and do that without expecting anything in return. But if you could fix the challenges that are going on in the recruiting process, or in your managerial process, or inside your organization, I can tell you, being more respectful is going to get you there a lot faster. So that's number 1. Number 2, let's go fast. Resourceful. Yeah. Instead of thinking about being helpless, how can you be more helpful? How can you actually make a difference by helping more people solve the problems and the challenges they have today? And here's one of the exercises I will give you is, get out there in the marketplace and start to connect with people who you know would be excellent hiring managers for you, excellent people to work for. You probably already know your next great boss. Go and take a look at who you worked with in the past. Some of the successes I'm seeing are mostly done through professional network, people you already know. That's outside of this kind of recruiting world where you've got HR professionals, headhunters, talent acquisition people. They're all doing the best they've got too. But your job is to go in there and figure out what problems are they suffering with right now and how can I actually help them solve them. And if you know the business problems for where you want to be, you're already one leg up. So find out what those challenges are and get yourself in a position where you are the number one candidate, top of mind, when the request comes. And the request looks like this. Do you know anybody who can achieve insert benefit, insert result? If you are top of mind because you're the person who continually solves those problems and those challenges from the bleachers, from the sidelines, or from your current role, the opportunities for you are going to present themselves. Now, there'll be people here who say, well, you don't understand the job market. It's extremely difficult right now. I'm not saying the conditions aren't tough, but are you? You have to be tough. And the best way to do that is to be helpful, not helpless. Not complain about the circumstances, complain about the weather, the government, the economy. If you're going to complain about those things, I can assure you, you are going to get stuck. You're going to keep meeting resistance. Your momentum will come when you're not meeting resistance internally inside of yourself. And that brings me to number 3, which is you've got to be resilient. Now, resilience doesn't mean posting a heartfelt expectation, judgment, opinion, stroppy post up onto one of the digital platforms. Yeah, you've got to demonstrate some level of strength. But I actually think you have to do that with flexibility. So in this position where you are stuck in your current career or you're watching from the bleachers and you're looking for that next opportunity, really embrace flexibility. How adaptable can I be to my conditions? You think about how we got to this place anyway. You know, we've evolved over thousands and millions of years through flexibility and adaptability. And a career, frankly, if you want to get yourself into the next opportunity, just be more flexible. And yeah, you can be strong, but be careful about how you represent strength. And it's much better to represent it through flexibility and adaptability than it is by power and force. Yes, be careful of that. Watch how you do that. Here's a 4th one for you. Be relentless. So many people I talk to who become either clients of mine or they're prospects of mine haven't actually taken the action steps. It might be that they're taking action and they look at job boards, they apply for jobs, they're having conversations, they're reaching out to the professional network, they're building a group of HR professionals around them. But actually, when we dig in, the level of rigor that is inside there in their relentless approach is below par. It's below standard for the people who are actually getting the opportunities, getting the job offers, getting the new places for them to go to, the new stepping stones in their career. And that really does depend on how rigorous you are and meticulous. So if I was to sit down with you right now, could you show me your career development plan, all of the industries you're focused on, the companies you're focused on, your criteria for how you're going to get yourself into that next opportunity, what you will accept and what you won't accept? Those things have to be in there. The meticulous approach you take, be relentless, is going to make a massive difference to your outcomes with this. Last, I'll tell you that one of the things I'm noticing about the people who really get great outcomes as they're looking to leave their current position to go to another opportunity, I call it zip code to zip code. If that's you, this is consistent with all the people who've become successful at doing this. They are relaxed. That's my last R for you today. The 5th one is relax. Be calm, be composed in the way that you handle yourself and have these conversations. But most importantly, the thing that's missing, be patient. And when you let your patience run out and you demonstrate that through explosive expressions of your emotions on digital platforms, don't be surprised if you're pushing those opportunities away. Don't be surprised that you get a lot of heartfelt sympathy from other people saying, just keep at it, just keep at it. You know, we don't want to be in that force world of just keep at it, just keep at it. Be more creative, build something of magnitude, create exciting relationships where you're solving people's problems and be yourself. And you'll start to notice that you're the gifted and talented one they've been looking for all along. But you have to adopt these 5 things. So a quick recap, the 5 things that we just quickly talked through. Be respectful, be resourceful, be resilient, be relentless, and be relaxed. If you can be those 5 things, I guarantee the opportunities that will come your way are going to be much greater than what you're experiencing right now if you're stuck, dissatisfied, frustrated. And I just wish you the best of luck with it, you know, because I know what it's like. I can empathize with you. I feel you. And I say this when I say, I've been stuck many times in my career where I didn't know what the next thing was. Certainly as an employee. So as an employee, butting my head up against the manager to director leap, butting my head up against the director to the vice president leap, butting my head up against the vice president to the managing director or C-suite roles. And I had to just be patient with that and adopt these 5 R's. And I've learned them along the way. I'm not saying I was perfect at all this, and I don't think anybody is. But I think I've learned along the way that now in entrepreneurship as well, as I think about my first business and the directions that take, the course corrections that take to kind of build that, it had these 5 things in it. But I come up against that shield again of, maybe I'm in the wrong place and I was sitting in the wrong place. So then I step out of the market again and I'm sitting on the bleachers and I'm watching in. So if you're in that where you're out of market and you're looking in, it's time to get in there with these 5 R's. But if you're in somewhere right now and it's maddening and frustrating and you just want to make that leap to get to the next thing, rewind this video, take it back to the beginning. You can watch this on 2 times, you'll get it done real fast. But I hope what I share with you today is going to make a difference for you. And look, I'd love to hear from you. So if you've got comments or thoughts or ideas about anything you heard today, drop them in below, because that's going to help me give you better content. But it's also going to help me understand a little bit more about what are people going through out there. And I really do care that you find the next opportunity for you, not just for you, but for your family. Because I know that we're out there and we want to protect those people, and they're the ones who help us feel warm and safe and secure in this crazy and chaotic world. Make it a great day.